What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and we're going to cover today a new game to the channel, whichever channel you're watching this on, and it is based off of the Korean manga, which is known as manhwa. And if you're not familiar with that, it's also a great anime. It's called Solo Leveling. Now, I know this isn't your typical game. I know we're going to explore some new content on the game, but I really think you're going to enjoy this game. If you tune into my latest live stream, you would have seen me playing it. I think the graphics are great. I think the gameplay is really, really fun, and it still has that collector ability function of this game as well. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. All right, so like I said, this game is based off of the popular web series Solo Leveling. But if you haven't read it or seen the anime, that's okay because the game progresses through the same storyline, so you'll learn all about it as you play the game. Now, yes, this is a gacha style game, but it's different than other styles. In fact, it's best played on a controller, and this game is great for. I mean, this game is going to be on not only mobile but also PC. And it's going to be the way that you can link your account. So yes, you can seamlessly play on PC and then switch right over to your mobile device to play that. Now, the game is actually going to go live May 8th. Currently, right now, it is open early access in Canada right now. So if you have a VPN or you can use that, or if you're in Canada, obviously, you can start playing the game, and everything's going to carry over currently right now upon the global launch around May 8th. That being said, let's go into some of the aspects of the game, just to give you that overview. You're going to be playing as Sun Jin Woo here, the main character, and first things first, there's some bottlenecks in the game that you're going to want to know, especially since it is a resource management game like other things. If you're going to be a free-to-play player and not going to, use any of the purchases or anything like that, you want to really keep track of where your gold is going to be and what you're upgrading everything. So that's the first tip. Second tip is you're going to be receiving through mission clears and everything else something called essence stones. Now, you could also go up to these characters here that you see in the lobby, and you'll be able to talk to them, and you'll be able to just every time you log in, get a few free essence zones when you see this up. So get those, use those, because you're going to use those for the draw function. And the draw function is really where the gotcha mechanic comes in. So let's go right to the draw section right here. Now, obviously, there's going to be a new banner each month with a featured character. This one's running out, but you're going to have this one right here, the selection draw. That's always going to be running no matter what. And the nice thing about this is they have a rate up list. So what you can do is you can go into this list and select 4 that you really want, and you're going to have better odds. So if you do hit a SSR ticket, it will also give a 50-50 on one of these or ones that you didn't select. That being said, you don't have to worry about the mechanics of SSR because SR weapons and SR units are extremely powerful in this game as well, and there are a few content creators out there who are running SR only accounts just to show that it can be done. Now, we're going to come back to the draw section at the end of the video. We're going to use the 10 draws, or live 16 here, but 10 draws. Now, I just want to let you know that there is a pity system in this game. So, yes, if you don't get an SSR unit or a weapon, you'll be able to get one as soon as you hit around number 64 draws. That's what they're going to call the soft pity, and every draw that you do over 64 is going to increase your chances on pulling one of these SSR units or weapons for the game. And of course, if you hit 80, you're automatically guaranteed a SSR. Now, what you could do as a tip here, if you are finding that you are progressing further and further and not getting an SSR unit, you could, right around 64, you could either use 10 to go to 74, or you can use 1 ticket each time, just do 1 draw, and when you get to right around 74 or whatnot, or if you can make it all the way up to 78 without hitting SSR, it's almost impossible to do this. But then you do a draw 10, you can probably pull multiple SSR units when you do this. So let me get into the other aspects of the game and show you what's talking about here. This is your main character. This is basically who you're going to be using throughout the main game. Now, when you do these draws, you're going to get weapons. As you see here, I do not even have an SSR weapon. I've been playing this game on and off for about 2 weeks now. And yes, I have not hit an SSR. But these weapons do extremely well as, again, you'll be able to, throughout the storyline, you'll be able to unlock a second weapon slot. You'll be able to get armor as well for artifacts to increase other various stats. You'll be able to get accessories as well, which I have not unlocked yet. But again, I've just been playing this game on and off again because it's just really, really fun. Let's get back to that again. Now, when you do your character, you're going to level up, and every time you level up, you're going to get stat points, which you can go ahead and reset whenever you want to do a different build. Currently, right now, the best build is having precision right around 85%, and the rest you kind of want to stack into attack for beginning to mid-game. Precision is going to bring those basic attacks that you do. They're just going to add more and more damage to it. As you can see here we go, precision right here. I'm running 88% currently in this build, and you see it increases depending on the target. So it's basically the minimum amount of damage done whenever you're attacking. But, again, like I said, you're going to level up, you're going to add these points, you're going to get different skills that you can add as well. So every playstyle is different. So you may have a different playstyle than another person. You can even equip element stones. I forget what these are called. Or I think these are runes. Yeah, rune skills, which will change the element of that strike as well. So right now, multi-strike, if I use this one, it'll give a water element. If I give it this one, which I have equipped, it gives a light elemental damage. Because when you are doing fights, the bosses that you fight against will have sometimes elemental weaknesses that you can exploit to do more and more damage. Again, this is just basically an overview of the game. I'm going to be putting out more detailed videos as we go forward. If people really like the content, let's go ahead and show you the hunters, which are the other things you get from the draws. And these hunters you would call in for assists during certain battles. We'll get into that. But there's also times when you can do hunter battles where you just send them out as well without your main character. So currently right now, you get some of these guys for free. I've gotten this guy right here you will get for free as well, as long as you complete the storyline or you go through the storyline, you'll be getting copies of him. Yo Jinwoo here is another great SR unit, which you'll get for free. Again, I'm not doing it justice. Let me get into a battle so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So let's pick a game mode. So there's many different game modes. Okay, so we have the Hunter's Archive, which is you play as one of these characters, and you get more detailed files. So you learn about their past to do so. Now, you'd want to do this, and you get 3 keys, and all your keys for everything. And we're going to talk about that, the different modes that you need keys for. Generate or reset every day. So even if you expend all of them, when the server resets, you'll get them all back again. Again, you'll do these missions right here. I didn't mean to do this mission, actually, so let's just cancel this. Sorry about that. So when you do these missions, they're going to go ahead and give you more essence stones. And again, you're going to want these essence stones because you're going to use them for the draws. Let me just go back to the draws right here. As you can see, I have 2,500, and we can use those 2,500 for a banner right here. I would not use them for your everyday selection draw. Only reason because you get so many of these tickets for free. It's just really a waste of essence stones. You're not really going to get a lot of these premium draw tickets, so I would end up using your, so if you do 10, it's about 2,500, obviously because I have 2 of them, so it's going to be a little less, but it's 2,500 essence stones to get a full 10 run. Okay, another game mode is obviously the storyline, and I would suggest that you go through the storyline first before anything else. Currently, right now, I'm hung up on the last fight in Chapter 8, but each of these will also have side chapters to complete. And every time you do this, if you run through, you'll get 2 clear tickets for the clear. And if you get all the trophies, right, you'll get another 2. So that's 4 tickets every time you complete one of these chapters or sub chapters. So let's go into another thing here. There's encore missions. These missions right here, you would use your hunters to do. And this is how you're going to be able to get a lot of your artifact gear. So you're on this one is hands and feet. This one is headpiece and chest. I have not unlocked these other ones yet. So there's going to be other items, but as you can see here, you can go further. And as you go higher and higher, your better chance of odds of getting better equipment is going to go up. You're going to get more gold, but the fights are going to be a lot harder. And again, you're going to use keys to do this every day, and you get 3 keys currently at my level. But you can use your essence stones or your other resources to buy additional keys to keep going. Plus, you're going to get them for completing challenges and achievements and everything else. Gates is another aspect of the game where you can do these fights. You can send your hunters out. You can do it yourself. Let's just jump right into one right now. Let's do this B rank, and it'll give me a good chance to show you not only the gate mechanic and the mining one, but also the fighting style. So actually, we're going to, instead this one's just a hunter one. Let's go into one. Let's go this one because I can use everyone here. We're going to use our main character. Now, a recommended power at my level, I think we were running difficulty 8. I think it's difficulty 8 that I'm running right now. Oh, no, sorry, difficulty 10. And you can rise the difficulties as you go up in levels. So let's go ahead and enter this gate. All right, I'm going to use all these. That's good because the recommended attribute against the boss right now is light. I'm using 2 light units. I'm using light weapons, so this is going to go really well. So let's go ahead and do this. Now again, you can play this not only on your computer, you can play this on your mobile device. You can play it with the WASD keys and a mouse. You can play this with a controller, which I find is a little bit easier. And on your phone, you'll have touchscreen controls you can do as well. But again, you can also link a controller to that as well. So let me just show you something right here. You can set this, if you don't want to do it yourself, you can set this to automatic so that the game will play itself, not only for him, but your adventurers here. Now, let me just move my head real quick, and you'll see right here. These are your guys right here on the left. I can call them in for assists. On my right are my weapons and my abilities, but we're burning time here, so let's get back into the fight. So, like I said, all of this gameplay is just me doing it itself. It's not playing itself. And this is where the fun comes in on the mechanics, because you actually feel like you're playing the game. You're doing this. Obviously, I have not called anyone in, so I can show you that. We'll do it with this guy. I'll just call in a unit. And they just come in for an assist. All right. Now, since I'm using 2 different weapons, I can swap between the weapons, use those weapons' unique abilities as well. And I'm using the abilities that I set forth for my character. This is one of those boss battles, so we have 3 minutes to finish this fight. But there's no trophy set on this, so we don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we're going to destroy this in a second here. And there we've cleared that gate, and that, so you can kind of see the fighting in this game. Now, like I said, it's all also going to rely on your skill as a player as well, with dodging, with the way you're working your combos, how you're going to bring your team members in, your other hunters in. All that relies on you. And of course, it is going to be random, the things you get from these, whether it be equipment, the level of equipment, the sub characters of the equipment. Like I said, there's so much to get involved in this game, but we're going to do separate videos on everything. So I'll do a video on artifacts, I'll do a video on weapons, on hunters, everything like that. We'll do separate videos, but again, this is just an overview of the different aspects of the game. So currently I have 12 keys for these gates. I just used one. They're going to regenerate again when the server reset, but I could purchase more using resources through the store. Once you clear a gate, you have mining teams, which you can level up every time you clear a gate or mine out a gate for resources that you use throughout the game. You can level up and you'll get different things, whether it takes more time or it takes less time, get more gold from it, get another mining member team. But let's just go ahead and start mining these. And yes, these are going to be on a timed aspect. So as you can see, I only have 3 miners currently right now. This gate is going to take an hour, this gate's going to take an hour, and this gate's going to take 3 hours. So that is the mining aspect of the game. And once you do clear these, again, you're going to get different things for clearing it. Usually mana stones right here. Mana crystals, which are used in the store. You're going to get essence crystals. You can get equipment. There's many different things you can get. So let's go to the store, because I keep referencing the store as well. And we'll also talk about events, because there's always events going on within the game. Let's see here. Store. There it is, shop. Sorry. All right, so we are going into the store. Again, if you want to spend money, there are fantastic deals to be had in this game. If you are a light spender, or even if you're a Kraken, you're going to get a big bang for your buck. Now, these are diamonds, which you can use they're basically the premium currency, like in any other game, which you can exchange for different things. Let's see. We have the mission bundles where you can buy and you'll get additional things when you clear those chapters. Let's see, the special thing here, we get free gold every day, which is not much. It's 5,000 gold. It's really a drop in the bucket because it takes so much to level up weapons and units and everything else in this game. But the exchange shop is where you're going to use a lot of your currency. Now, this currency up here is what you're going to get from doing your draws. You're going to get your weapons, you're going to get your units, and they're all going to give you this currency here unless you pull an SSR, and that's what you're going to get, this currency right here, the red tokens. The red tokens are used for different things, such as additional premium tickets, draw tickets, everything like that. That's the celebration coins. Weapon materials. So when you get these weapons, you can break them down and salvage them if you're not going to use them, or if they're like an R quality, you know you're not going to be using it that much. You can go ahead and break them down to get units for that, so you can buy different things as well, such as the power crystal. This, you're going to be using this to advance. Sorry, this right over here. Sorry, the melting cubes, which you'll be using to advance your weapons. Let's see, and you got the mana crystal exchange. This is the materials you're going to get from mining out those gates, and you'll be able to buy here more encore mission keys, instance dungeon keys, weapon upgrade materials, and so forth. Now, when I talk about advancing units and weapons, let's just go into one right here. So this one right here, I have at a level 40, but the first tier is at level 20. Now, if I want to raise this up, I have to use this material and a hunter design right here to be able to break that level gap, and it'll allow me then to upgrade it to level 40. If you're just leveling up a weapon, you would go here and you would use these materials right here to upgrade its level to that cap, and of course, you're going to get higher stats on better weapons, and the more levels you put on these weapons. Now, you got Sunju Wu weapons, and you also have hunter weapons. These weapons right here are only used for your hunters. Sunju Wu cannot equip these. Now, these are specific ones. Now, I was talking about advancement before. As you can see, this knife right here, I've advanced. It's an R weapon, and I have advanced it 5, so it's really like a 10-star weapon. What you would do with that is, let's just pick one that I have here with the shield. So I can advance this by putting in other copies. And right here, now it will go to a 5-star. And then Once I go to 5-star, I can then upgrade it again with another 5 of that same item, and it'll then be basically a 10-star item. And when you have that maxed out advancement, I'll bring it back up here. Let's see, this one, you're going to get this right here, which is, it's going to increase whoever's using it, their attack, their defense, their HP by 10%. That's the max goal you're going to get through these advances. Now, the SR items, they're a little bit more to advance. Let's see, you know what, we're going to advance one right now. We got this right here. So as you can see, we're going to give it 1 star on this, and it's going to raise the actual item. So that 4% now went up to a 6%. Now, on each weapon, you can see, where was it? I think you could see, you can see exactly how it would go up with each star. So if I put another one in here, it's going to go up by 7.5%, then the 9, then a 10.5, then ultimately a 12%. And then when you put these 4 in here to advance it further, then you're going to get that additional armor, HP, attack. All those are going to go up percentages as well. Now, that same concept is also going to be used for your hunters by upgrading your hunters. Not only can you upgrade their level, which will obviously stat them up. Let's raise his level 1. It's not much, it's 1, but as you can see, his power goes up, everything else. But when you advance him as well, right, I can actually go this and do this a different way here, I think, yeah. Skills, here we go. So, no, is it... I forget. Give me a second. I'll find it here. I know it's somewhere. We'll just do it this way. Sorry. So if we advance him up, we're going to see it's going to increase his White Flame Gale Kick by 150%. Then, let's pop all the stars on here. You're going to see here, it's going to do, the more copies you have, he's going to be able to do more and more things, get more abilities, everything else. But again, that is our RNG based on your draws, whether you're going to pull them, whether you're not going to pull them. And right now, it's very random and what you're going to get. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be as good non-advanced. They are still very viable, very good, even though you only have 1 copy of that character. All right, so we talked hunters, we talked weapons, we talked the main character Sun Ju Wu. We talked about artifacts. Now, each artifact has different set effects. So you can do a 2-set, you can do a 4-set. Each one has different things. Like I said, this one is a critical hit. This one is an attack. This one is a break. Break skills are great because bosses will have put up shields, and you break them down to do more damage to them. Let's see, what else? We have to go to, let's see, we have challenge. Every time you do something, you'll get different items. So like right here, we're going to get an additional 2 keys because we finished that chapter right there, that episode of that chapter. We can move on to achievements. Every time you do something in the game, you'll be able to earn different things. So I'm getting, getting hunter designs here, or weapon designs to upgrade weapons. We're going to get gold. So you can get many different things through the achievement system as well. And of course, there is also the missions. This is your daily missions where you'll be able to score these, and that'll bring up your hunter rep, which will give you additional benefits in the game as well. So we have gates covered, we have mining covered, we have basically all the other things. The Battlefield of Trials we'll do another video on. That's just another game mode. It's kind of like a tower that you would do, and it gets more challenging as you go up, more better rewards as you go up. Now right here is the activity fund. Now basically what this does is it just gathers everything, kind of like it's an idle aspect of the game. Through this aspect right here, through 24 hours, you can collect this whenever you want, but it'll stop counting at 24 hours. But you'll get experience, you'll get gold, you'll get additional building equipments to upgrade your weapons and everything else. You'll get all of this through this activity fund. And if you want to spend on anything in the game, I would actually spend on this right here. This is Canadian money, so I'm not really sure. It's probably the same USD. I can't buy anything in the game. You guys know I'm usually a Dolphin player, so I usually will spend a little bit of money here and there. And unfortunately, because I am playing behind a VPN, I cannot make any purchases in the game. I have not figured it out. It won't allow me to do it via PayPal, via Google Play, via credit. It doesn't allow me to do anything. That being said, by doing this, you're going to get benefits you're going to get additional 30% to your gold and your XP. You're also going to unlock other activity funds as well. Like I said, like these sweep cards, like diamonds, things like that. So let's go ahead and claim this. And it's just going to push us up another level, so that's great. And to finish out this video, let's go ahead and do some draws, so I can show you guys the draw aspect. Now, obviously, I'm 20 out of 80, so likely I'm not going to get an SSR. Now, I would also recommend doing 10s, because when you do a 10, you're always guaranteed to get a SR card, whereas a single draw, the odds are stacked against you. So let's go ahead and do these 10 draws here and see what we get. I'm not really expecting much out of it, so we'll find out. Yep, we're not going to get an SSR. You would see errors pop up all over if we're going to get an SSR, unless they do a fake out, which I highly doubt is going to happen. So we're definitely getting an SR unit here. There we go. Now, these are just basic R weapons, which, again, work very well because you can get a lot of them, so you'll be able to advance them. And even though they are R units, you can use them for the elemental aspect to progress further. So let's go ahead and just skip through this. You can see here I got this bow. This SR bow, which it's for the hunters, so I don't think I even have that one yet. So we're going to confirm that. We'll go to the hunter weapons right here. Hunters. And here's the bow right here. And again, for hunters, the weapons won't have an elemental aspect because the hunters themselves have the elemental aspect for themselves. Whereas Sun Jun Woo, his weapons will all have elemental aspects, so you can equip that elemental aspect to go harder against the boss. So this is a game that I've been playing. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys check it out. And if oh, I didn't talk about the here we go, the events. And currently right now, again, this is still early access right now. Oh, let's see, we can even get this one. So we're going to get this one right here. Don't know what it is. I'll check it out later. But we have a dungeon exploration right now. That's running for 2 days. We have the special dice, which is running for another 5 days. So there's always something going on in the game. So that's always great. So you don't have to worry about it being a dead game. But yeah, there's so much to get involved in this game. And again, I'm just having so much fun with the playing mechanics of the game, and I'm just enjoying it, the collector aspect of it as well. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's been a little bit long video, and I know you haven't heard from me in a while, but plan on more content covering this game as well as other games in the future. So until I talk to you guys again, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Adventure safe. And yeah, have fun.